Hello everyone, it's time to end this final segment of Yu-Gi-Oh! Ace Monsters Worst to Best with the top 10 villain Ace Monsters. And I mean the big four of each series, not every single minor villain. So the characters that are included in this list are Pegasus, Merrick, Darts, and Zark for dual monsters. And then Kagemaru, Sartorius, Yubel, and Darkness for GX. For 5Ds, Roman, Rex, Alporia, and Zone. For Zexal, Tron, Faker, Nash, and Dawn Thousand. And I chose Nash because he's the final boss and leader of the Baryons, and also the final obstacle for Yuma, so it makes the most sense for Nash. And then for Arc 5, it's Rajet, Yuri, Leo Akaba, and Zark. And for Vrains, it's Ryoken Revolver, would have been Dr. Kagami if he didn't die without a duel, Lightning, Bowman, and I. This is not the ranking of the villains, but rather the ranking of the Ace Monster designs. Why top 10? Because I don't want to go through all 24 characters and rank them that way. So like the other 4 videos I did on this, I'm going to be ranking them by monster design, base form first, and evolve form second, if there is any. And I'll only be counting anime appearances only. So other than that, let's just get started. And now for number 10. I struggled to pick for this one, but I chose Heartearth. Now the base form design doesn't look pretty good compared to other villain Ace monsters, especially some in the honorable mentions, but what makes up for this one is that this one has evolved forms into Heartearth Dragon, which actually looks pretty cool. And then there's Heartearth Chaos Dragon. Now only if that was actually used in the big duel itself to show the power of the Baryons, but oh well. Number 9, Star Venom Fusion Dragon. Base form design looks great, although not as cool as the other dragons except for Odd Eyes. Greedy Venom actually looks pretty dangerous, and Odd Eyes Venom Dragon actually looks pretty cool. And if you want, you can count Zark, which looks really awesome. Number 8, Perfectron Hydra Drive Dragon. I was thinking of switching this with Star Venom, but this one just looks really cool that I just had to put this up this high. It fits really well as a final boss card, which is why it's my number 8. And if you want, Chimera High Drive Dragon actually looks pretty cool too, if you want to count it. Too bad it has a shit effect in the anime. But personally, I think Perfectron Hydra Drive Dragon actually looks better than Starving Venom. Number 7, it's Dark Knight at Ignister. Now its design, it doesn't look as cool as Perfectron, but it actually does look pretty cool. It looks like a vampire-ish version of Deco Talker. But what makes this one higher is that it has an evolved form, or in this case, combined form with all the other 5 at Ignisters into the Arrival Cybers, which doesn't look that bad. And now number 6, number 101, Silent Honor Arc Knight. First off, base form looks okay, mainly because it's a ship, but what really makes this higher than Dark Knight is that the ship transforms into an armor for the host of Dark Knight, which just looks awesome. And just like the Ignisters, there's also the combined form of all the other 7 Emperors into the Baryon Hope, which does look like a guardian of the Baryon world. Number 5, Borolo Dragon. Just like in my Rivals video, base form design looks pretty cool, but evolved forms, okay, but some of them are lazy at the same time. Savage Dragon looks like a bulky Borolo, but still looks better than most of the other cards in the list. X-Charge is the only one with the change appearance and looks awesome with the weapon deployment. And Borolo Fierce Dragon just looks like a purple Borolo with some bent horns. Now only if Boro N was in the anime, I would actually put this higher in my list. For number 4, it's our half waifu half trap, Yubel, which looks decent at base form, but then the evolved forms actually look dangerous. Terror Incarnate looks pretty cool, a waifu turned into a 2-headed looking dragon, and then it goes to the Ultimate Nightmare, which actually does kind of look like the Ultimate Nightmare because it also has a face in the middle too, which actually looks pretty creepy. Yeah, this one's actually pretty awesome. And now to number 3, the 3 Sacred Beasts. All 3 of them are the boss monsters for Kagemaru, so I'm going to be counting all 3 of them as a pair. Anyway, they look awesome. basically edgier versions of the Egyptian gods, but awesome in base form. But now their evolved form, or in this case, combined form, Armor Tile, looks like a huge mess, and that's why it's in my number 3. Their base forms are really awesome though, so that's why it's this high. And they come as a pair. And now for number 2, we got Zark. Now Zark's base form actually looks really cool and humongous. Kinda wish that there was an evolved form of it, or whatever, but it does have 4 separate forms in the form of the Dimension Dragons, which I like all their designs except for Odd Eyes, in base form anyway. Which their evolved forms also look really cool, along with their half-fused version. Oh, and I'm also a sucker for dragons. And now before to number 1, time for some honorable mentions. Earthbound Immortal Rirakocha Ruska. It looks really awesome in its form itself. It's just too bad it doesn't have evolved, and it has a shitty effect in real life compared to the anime for an ultimate Earthbound Immortal, but that doesn't matter here. It just looks cool. Chaos number 1000 Numeronius, which actually looks pretty cool in its base form, although Numeronia just looks like a huge big wall, and it feels lazy to me. And then we got Machine Emperor Astro Machinic. Base form design looks really cool. All 3 Machine Emperors combined into one, and it kind of looks like it actually. And then there's also, of course, the 3 separate forms, which all look okay. I say Weisel's the best, and then it goes to Grinnell and then Scale. They only look okay to me. And now to number 1, the Winged Dragon of Ra. It's a Dragon Phoenix, that's why it's awesome, and it's my number 1. And it also has other forms, in this case, modes, in the form of Spear Mode, which is basically a sealed form, which I don't really care about, but it also has the Immortal Phoenix mode. Now that just looks intense and awesome. And also the Creator of Light, the combined form of all 3 Egyptian gods, which looks gorgeous, and it looks like the Queen of Egypt. How could I not put this in the top of my list? So that's my top 10, and this is all based on my opinion, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. And now with Card 5 Vanguard v Shinamon is ending, it's time to rank Card 5 Vanguard stuff.